Okay, we'll start in couple of minutes. Okay, so in our previous class, we have discussed about cell, the unit of life. What is a cell? What are the features of a cell? How can we observe a cell? Okay, we saw till the we started the types of microscope, right? Did we discuss about the type of microscope?
No, sir.
Okay. Basically, we just started with the fundamentals of the cell. Okay, so a cell is a fundamental, structural, and functional, as well as a biological unit of all living organisms. Okay, it is a unit. What kind of unit? Structural, functional, and biological unit. Okay, so all living organisms are made up of cells. True or false?
True.
True.
True. Okay, it is true. That is why we are using the word fundamental. Okay, that is fundamental. It is not changing. Okay, and the cell itself is their structural, functional, as well as a biological unit. Therefore, it is also known as the building block of the life. A scientist named Robert Hooke, he observed under the microscope the cork cambium. You see, this man is removing a bark from the tree. Okay, it's removing a bark from the tree. And whatever inside this material is there, it is somewhat spongy in nature. Okay, and it is used for making the caps of some bottles. Okay, that is known as the cork. So when Robert Hooke took a small section of this one and look under the microscope, he found these kind of structures. Okay, they are looking like small rooms are there, chambers are there. Okay. In Latin, a small room is known as cella. Okay, just like we say no cellular jail, something like cell. You will be locked up in a cell. Cell means a small room. Okay, so that's how this term has come. Okay, it was coined by Robert Hooke. Mostly the cells are so small we cannot see with the naked eye. They are generally microscopic. Generally, so if they are so small, microscopic, how can we see them? We need some kind of instrument. Okay, how we can see them? We can use some kind of instrument. Okay, that instruments are known as the microscopes. Microscopes. Micro means very small, and scope, okay, seeing through that scope. So in our syllabus there are the three types of microscope: simple microscope, compound microscope, and electron microscope. Now what we are seeing, here is a magnifying lens, right? Many people use a magnifying lens. Can you say a magnifying lens is a microscope?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. So microscope means you should be able to see microscopic things, very small things. The first simple microscope, first time that humans were able to see the microscopic organisms was by the scientist Leeuwenhoek, Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Okay. So what Anton von Leeuwenhoek did, he invented a simple microscope. Simple microscope. A simple microscope means it has only one lens. Okay. So here you are able to see a diagram, a representation in which there is a metal plate is there. This place is having the lens. Okay. If you see from the sidewise, it looks like this. Lens is there, only one lens. And this screw arrangement is only for focusing purpose. So in this place we will put the whatever specimen we want to observe, that we will put here. Okay. And we can focus it. Okay. Either you can go in the x-axis or in the y-axis or up and down. Okay, for focus you can do that. How many lenses are there?
One.
Only one lens. Only one lens. So here also you see a magnifying lens, a simple magnifying lens is only one lens. And here in a simple microscope also there is only one lens. Okay. So whichever example you take, for example, let us see this microscope. Here there is one lens on the top, there is one mirror here in the bottom. Okay, so that whatever light is coming, it will fall on the mirror, and that mirror will reflect the light here on whatever sample we want to magnify and we want to observe. Okay. Here also there is only one lens. So all these three are examples of a simple microscope. Now we are telling only one lens. Lenses are different types. Okay. What are the type of lenses?
Concave and convex.
Okay. This is what type of lens?
Concave.
This one? See, don't confuse. Cave. Cave means cave. Early man used to live in the caves. All of us know what is a cave. There is a cavity. Cave, cavity. Okay. There is a depression like this, inwards. So this lens here is concave, because you see depression is towards inside like this. Convex. Okay, this is the opposite, convex. It is not towards the inside, it is, the lens is towards the outside. The curvature of the lens is towards the outside. Okay, so this is the convex lens. What kind of lens is used in the simple microscope? Convex lens is used. Okay, convex lens. Okay, with convex lens we are able to get something around 200 times magnification. Okay, 200x. Okay, means 200 times we are able to magnify it. Magnification. Now what we are using these days in our laboratories are not the simple microscopes but the compound microscopes. Okay, compound microscope. If you look carefully here, there is an eyepiece and there is an objective. Okay, this is the eyepiece, that is the lens is close to the eye of the observer. Okay, and here objective lens, one lens is here, it is close to the object whatever we want to study. So therefore there are the two lenses, one is known as the eyepiece and other is known as the objective. This is the old design. Today the modern compound microscope that we will see in the laboratories looks something like this. Principle is same, the design little bit modifications are there. Okay, but the fundamental principle is the same. There is an eyepiece or ocular lens, and here you can see 3-4 lenses are there, but at one time we are using only one lens here. Okay, which lens? It is objective lens. Okay, so two lenses are there, eyepiece and objective. Okay, so what is the advantage of the compound microscope? That is the question.
It will be more clear.
Sir, it is easy to use.
It can zoom more than 200 times.
It can zoom more than the simple microscope.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
That is, we need more magnification. 200 times is okay. 200 times means what? If you are seeing with a normal eye, maybe 0.1 mm, you can see clearly. Like you take a scale, 1 mm reading will be there, no?
Yes, sir.
Like 1 mm. So if you see clearly against the light, you are able to make out 1 mm, after that 2 mm, 3 mm, like that. But
Yes,
if I
sir.
make 10 more divisions between 1 mm and 2 mm, that can you see? Very difficult.
No, sir.
Very difficult. So from 0.1 mm, the human eye, it becomes very difficult to detect that. So we need to zoom, magnify what you are telling, magnification. But you know, sometimes you are taking photo using your camera, mobile phone, and then with your fingers you are zoom like this. If you keep on doing like that, after one point what will happen? You are able to see that the photo is having many dots.
Yes, sir.
These are the pixels. Okay, individual pixels. Now what has happened is, after you zoom till a certain level, you cannot get clarity. That means you can magnify, but you won't get clarity. What is the use of such a magnification? No use. So here 200 times we are able to magnify with the simple microscope, and still we are able to see the details clearly. In compound microscope, what is happening? There are the two lenses. Here the eyepiece lens is generally 10x, and this objective lens, which is very close to the object, okay, that is say 100x. Okay, so one lens is magnifying 100 times, other lens is magnifying only 10 times. So overall, what will be the total magnification?
110 times.
110 times, or it will be 1000 times. Do you think it will add or it will get multiplied?
So multiply.
It will get multiplied. Okay. So what is happening here is basically whatever we are getting the magnification with the objective. Okay. With the objective, we are getting 100x magnification. One image is formed. You know, it is all about focus, no? So a light is incident on an object, and the eye is able to see it clearly, means our eye lens is able to focus it. Focus, you know? Then only that image will form behind the eye in the form of retina, or in a camera it will form on some kind of detector. But at that point, what is happening? This lens, that is a 10x lens, it is catching that image, the image that is formed from the 100x, and it is magnifying it 10 times more. Okay, so then it will not add, no, it is magnifying 10 times more, it is again magnifying it, so it will become the 1000x. So what is happening in a compound microscope? You will get 1000 to 2000 times magnification. So if I take this, for example, 20x, the eyepiece, okay, 20x.
In that, in Hooke's microscope, why is there an oil lamp and water flask?
Yeah. Yes. So what we are seeing here in the Hooke's microscope, this particular when this microscope was designed, electricity was not very common. Electricity was not there. You need some source of light to observe your sample. You cannot always put your microscope like this and against the sun or against the light. We can't do that always. Okay, it may be a drop of some kind of dirty water. We don't want it to fall on our face. So what we'll do is, there is a oil lamp. The oil lamp is nothing but, you can tell it is some kind of lamp, you know, it is burning and it is giving the light. This water flask is acting as a lens. Okay, so it will concentrate that light here. Okay, and here there is this specimen holder. The light will fall on that. Okay, it will become bright, and that we are able to see by our microscope. If the specimen is very dark, if there is very less light, then also we can't see with much clarity. Okay, but in modern microscopes we don't have to worry about lamp and all, because some LED light source will be there. Okay, for example, here it may be a LED light, a halogen light, you know, different types of artificial lights, bulbs can be there inside. Okay, that is the source of the light.
Okay, sir.
So what kind of lens is used in the compound microscope?
Convex.
Yes, sir, convex.
Convex. Okay, here also there is convex. Both this eyepiece and objective, both are convex lenses. Here there is a mirror, no, in this simple microscope. What is this type of mirror? Is this a concave mirror or convex mirror?
It's a concave.
It is a concave mirror. Okay, it is like cup shape, something like slightly the curvature is down. So the light will fall on that one and it will concentrate after it falls down. Okay, it's almost like this. So that the light will fall on that and it will concentrate in between. Concentrate in between. So the mirror is concave whereas the lens are convex. Okay. Whether it is simple microscope or compound microscope,